California space tech startup called GRU Space, as in GRU Space.
Isn't that how GRU spells it in Despicable Me?
Yes, indeed. Which I'm like, is that inspired by him? But they've opened reservations for what it says will be the first hotel on the moon. Yeah. With plans to open as early as 2032.
Okay.
The company's founder, get this, 22-year-old Skylar Chan aims to build lunar habitats using inflatable structures and lunar regolith, which I guess is moon soil.
Okay.
Turned into bricks as construction material. So basically sod homes.
Nice.
But yeah, interested space tourists who want to go ahead and put in a deposit to have a room in the GRU Space Hotel can go ahead and put a deposit down for ranging between $250,000 to $1 million.
Is that refundable?
It is not, I don't think. And it's also says that the final price is expected to exceed $10 million. So that's just the deposit.
Yeah.
The $250,000
for them
to $1
to
million.
hold a room that doesn't exist. To reserve a room that doesn't exist yet.
Which is also like, all of this is super hypothetical. How do you even know this like moon soil is going to work to like build a livable like habitat?
There's a lot of things I am very unclear on so far.
Yeah.
One, and most clearly and importantly, how did this 22-year-old get the clearance to do this?
Right.
Like, who wants to give this person money?
It says he has, the first missions are planned to test technology beginning in 2029 with a small payload on a lunar lander.
Okay.
Before deploying a larger inflatable module and ultimately the hotel, which I guess, again, I don't know who's testing this stuff out.
I'm sorry, how does a 22-year-old rando get access to a lunar lander that can bring a small payload to the moon?
It's giving Nepo baby. He's 22. Skylar Chan, who are you related to?
Yeah.
Who's your dad?
Yeah, we need to know. So that's a question. Furthermore, let's say I deposit and I'm booking this room on the moon.
Yeah.
For what, 2032?
They said the earliest would be 2032.
And how am I going to get there? Is that included? Is transportation included?
I have no idea.
Because that would suck.
Shuttle costs not included.
Yeah, I've got this room booked on the moon. No idea how I'm going to actually arrive at the destination, but it is a plan that I have to get to the moon.
The crazy part to me about space travel is like what astronauts go through to actually travel in space is rigorous, like absolutely rigorous. You know how yesterday we talked about how figure skaters can spin like 300 revolutions per minute? That's what astronauts have to do in centrifuge.
Right.
Like when they're testing. And so like you don't actually want to do that, you know?
And
like it's not very fun.
There should be, I'm sure there's some kind of training program and they have to make sure you're healthy enough to fly into space.
Absolutely.
But
they're going to take their money before they test you.
Yeah, they should have like, you need to work your way up to just going to the moon as far as like not having real toilets and phones and all the things that you like. You know, you need to do some digital detox kind of stuff and go off the grid here on Earth to work your way up to doing that on the moon.
Test it out a little bit.
Because I think you're going to get there and you're like, hey, I'm on the moon. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. And I would also like to add that the first crewed mission that's supposed to land on the moon, they're not landing on the moon until next year, 2027. That's Artemis 3. That's the plan.
So they say.
Yeah, exactly. That's the plan.
I'll believe it when I see it.
We don't even know if that's going to happen. Artemis 2 is supposed to happen in April of this year, and they're not even landing on the moon. They're just orbiting around it. So this is just, it seems like a scheme.
And by the way, I believe the moon landing happened.
I do too.
But when it's 2026 and we haven't gone in like 40 years.
Yeah, it's been since 73.
And we keep pushing it back, it does make me question. I'm like, how could they do it in the 60s and we can't do it today?
Man, we need the Russians fighting against us again. We need them racing us, and that'll hopefully motivate us to be faster with this.